stories of ghosts and other supernatural aspects, as well as talk about urban legends. Sit back, relax, turn down those lights, and enjoy. They say that every state has their own creepy urban legend and or urban legends or scary ghost stories. And none are more creepier than those that are in your own state that you live in. So here are a few stories from the state that I live in. The state of Ohio. From Ohio, you realize the birthplace of aviation boasts enough creepy content to warrant more attention. Cincinnati Music Hall. It turns out that when a steamboat in the 19th century in Cincinnati going down the river exploded, the bones of hundreds of people got displaced all over the city. In the end, the remains were placed in a field, an unmarked field, which eventually became the foundation of the hall. Further down the line, it was revealed that the hall also stands atop of an old orphanage, asylum, and a Civil War hospital. One night, a security guard said that while he's never seen any particular ghosts, he's definitely felt them. They never touch me, he says, but I always know when they are around by an icy chill and a thrill, as of electricity, a feeling like what the French call pierre de Bellet, goose flesh. They never annoy me now by mere knocking and tapping, for I've gotten used to it, he says. So used to it that sometimes when actual real people come by and hear knocking and tapping on the doors, I don't open it, was only the dead that kept knocking, and tapping on the hall's doors. The Franklin Castle in Cleveland, Ohio. Built in 1881, the Franklin Castle was originally meant to house the Teichmann family, a group of wealthy German immigrants who couldn't stop dying. First, the 15-year-old daughter, Emma, died of complications from diabetes or tuberculosis, followed by the family's grandmother and 3 more children. These 5 deaths gave people the idea that something was up in the castle, or that the patriarch, Hans Teichmann, engaged in nefarious activities. Secret tunnels built into the house over the years led to theories that he used them to commit heinous murders, while all the others conjured that Mrs. Teichmann had them constructed to escape her overbearing husband. For the next 100+ years, the castle served a number of strange purposes. In the 1940s, it sold to the German Socialist Party, which at that time spurred rumors it allegedly served as a base for Nazi spies. Another family, the Romanos, moved into the house in the 1960s and experienced so much paranormal phenomena. They invited the Northeast Ohio Psychological Research Society to investigate their home. Apparently, one of their members ran from the building screaming. Its final sale to the Muscalato family further enshrined its eerie history. Their searches of the house eventually led to the discovery of human remains in the tower. And even all these years later, the terrible luck of the Teichmanns continues to follow new and previous owners of the house to this day. Athens Lunatic Asylum. This place is now on college grounds today, and it's located in a dormitory, which is 3 floors, and the 3rd floor is completely locked, and a security camera watches the door to the 3rd floor because that is where our story truly and utterly begins. Known to locals as the Ridges, this hospital was one of Ohio's largest asylums for the mentally ill. As these stories normally go, it began to admit more and more patients to get free labor for the for-profit farm adjacent to the mentally ill asylum. Patients were beaten, lobotomized, strapped down for days at a time. Also, in art, the burden of being overcrowded. While plenty of spooky stories surround this place, the creepiest is that of Margaret Schilling, who went missing from the hospital in 1979. 42 days after she disappeared, one of the hospital staff discovered what was left of her body in an abandoned wing of the facility, completely naked and with her clothing neatly folded next to her. Margaret's decayed body had pooled into a gooey imprint, and her body seeped into the concrete. And no matter what the cleaning staff did, they couldn't scrub where Margaret's body was found decaying. It is said that on clear, foggy nights, Margaret can still be seen trying to escape the room where she died. The Watchman of Lake Hope Furnace. Even if you doubt the supernatural, the Lake Hope Furnace definitely looks spooky. Originally built to process the iron ore gathered from the area's sandstone bedrock, the furnace operated 24 hours a day, the height of the iron ore production. Local legend says that one night, a watchman who guarded the furnace slipped and fell into a bubbling cauldron of iron. It is believed that on particularly dark and stormy nights, the ghostly watchman returns to make his rounds, lantern in hand. many crybaby bridges do we have in the United States? 50? 100? In all honesty, probably not enough. Although, here in Ohio, if you drive along Wisner Road in Kirtland, Ohio, long enough, you're likely to find yourself on an old bridge separating the rest of the world from another urban legend, Melon Head Country. It is said that if you park on the bridge on a clear night, some say you can hear the screams of children who drowned in the rushing waters below. The Gore Orphanage is always on fire. Stay away from Vermilion's Gore Orphanage if you dare. If you ain't a fan of stories that fall on both the scary and sad spectrum. According to legend, in the 1800s, this orphanage accidentally caught fire. And instead of the headmaster rescuing the children who were trapped there, the headmaster ran away. Old Man Gorge took off and left the kids to burn to death. Supposedly, if you hang around the orphanage late at night, you can hear in the distance the cries and the screams of the burning children, trapped forevermore, trapped in time to burn.